This episode brought to you by Graveyard Nudity. Go ahead, whip it out. Nobody's watching.
Oh, except my grandma.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about your loss, dude.
Hey, everybody. We're watching Return of the Living Dead, and you're listening to Miscast Commentary.
You're listening to Miscast Commentary, where two guys have seen way too many movies and have way too much time on their hands.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Now here's your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Miscast Commentary. I'm Joe Finley.
I'm Todd Tebow, the Sailor Murray.
And we continue our October of horror fun, Horror-tober, October horror things, right?
Exactly. That's
All right.
exactly it.
All right.
Horror-tober.
And we are bringing you an old favorite, Return of the Living Dead.
The Return of the Living Dead.
No, according to this, it's Return of the Living Dead is the actual title.
I'll look when I go home.
This has a the for some reason, and I don't agree with it. But yeah, only one way to get these bad boys going. Let's get the scares rolling, and the way to do that is to press play.
Now. Get the scares rolling.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, by
I
the way,
can see
this
if
is
you
a
were
scary
younger
movie.
and never saw any other movie ever,
Yeah.
you might find it scary.
I was going to say the initial zombie in this one would be kind of terrifying, and I, just from a I've never seen a monster before image.
Right.
But I actually have sort of
You-
semi-scary memories of that, not being specifically afraid of it, but just going whoa.
Oh, yeah, some of them look really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like Buddy trapped down in the basement or whatever there. He's awesome looking.
Yeah.
And if you were not watching this at home, you missed that this is a true story.
Yes.
100% true story. I believe this actually happened in Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
You might have it in your notes.
Yeah, no, I can't. I don't happen to have that piece of information. So we're looking at a lot of different guys. So the guy on the right, they actually tried to get what's his face? They tried to get Leslie Nielsen for this role.
For Buddy leaving right now.
Yeah. That's Clu Gallagher. In it though, he was in Wagon Train, The Virginia, and he was in Nightmare on Elm Street 2. He's in I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. Piranha 3 Double D, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Wow.
So he's still alive against all odds.
Against all the odds.
Well, because when you're an old man in an 80s movie, that's the end of it, isn't it?
You think that you've smoked, drank, and whored yourself to death by long ago.
Exactly. It's how I felt about Rue McClanahan.
They just have skeletons here.
Yeah, I know.
What are they're going to send them off to the schools or something?
Mm-hmm.
What was that show where the skeleton would talk? It was one of them learning shows.
Oh,
And he was terrifying.
Are you talking Schoolhouse Rock, the Not So Dry Bones?
I guess, but he was a real skeleton, but he had light bulbs for eyes. And he was do you remember that?
No, yeah.
Somebody out there, Miscast, now you call and tell me what the fuck show that was.
Yeah, I don't remember that one at all. Sorry.
Somebody does.
Yeah, if somebody did.
I'll find it. You can remind you. Not now.
No,
Some other day.
I apologize. This was directed by Dan O'Bannon. He has a bit of a pedigree with us. He wrote Alien. He wrote Total Recall.
Oh, nice.
He wrote Screamers.
Awesome.
He wrote Blue Thunder. And then he directed this movie. He directed The Resurrected. Not a whole lot else.
You didn't do part 2 or part 3?
No. No, he did write this movie, though. He wrote the screenplay for this. So he'll see his name in the other ones as characters by or whatever. John Russo, who actually wrote the original Night of the Living Dead, he's given a story credit on this, but he didn't he wrote a script called Return of the Living Dead, and then they changed it brutally because they were already shooting Dawn of the Dead, so
Right.
they didn't need a sequel to Night of the Living Dead. So when Dan O'Bannon got a hold of it, he ripped it apart. Who else? Russell Striner, also credited with the story, who I believe worked with John Russo. Little interesting thing, he is Johnny from the original Night of the Living Dead. He's the one who goes, "They're coming to get you."
No.
Barbara."
This guy?
No, the guy with the who has a story credit on the
No
movie.
shit.
Yes.
That's a good piece.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. So what, they're working on like the cadaver factory?
Yes.
They don't keep the guy like on a table. He's just hung up by his ears.
Yeah. This guy reminds me if like Michael Rappaport and what was the dude from he was in
Titus.
he was in Top Gun and in Roxanne.
Oh my God, yes. That is totally their baby.
Yeah, right?
Holy shit. You're right. He does really look like both of the people you said.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just got a little bit of like Rappaport goofiness.
He does
with,
have Rappaport going on big time. And maybe a little Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, here we go. The fucking punkers. Remember we used to walk around like this? I was a black guy, and you were that girl with red hair, and we fucking walked around like badasses.
Exactly. And then no word of a lie, I owned that boombox. Well, my father did. But what was the best part about his boombox? It didn't have the front. It didn't have the thing to close, so you'd have to like put the tape in and like put something in the way of it.
Front of it, like a piece of tape or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever. If you're not moving around,
yeah,
you know that look at the rich guy with the suit. He's like the one that doesn't belong, but belongs more than any of them.
Yeah,
you know he's got money because he's got. He's kind of got Corey Taylor from Slipknot. This guy's like this guy's every man.
Yeah. He's
every man I ever
He's
loved.
Rorschach. He's who you need him to be.
Exactly. That's good.
Yeah. His real name though is Tom Matthews. Interesting little thing. And actually, I didn't realize this till I read it, and then I was like, oh my God, it's so obvious. He plays Freddy in this movie. He's Joey in Return to the Living Dead Part 2.
In Return of the Living, is he?
Yeah, he's like, come on, it's only me.
Oh, that's right. I thought that was in this one.
No, that's what always messed me up. I'm like, because there he is. It's gonna happen.
It's only brains.
Yeah, right. So he's in both those. He's also in Friday the 13th Part 2, and he's in Kickboxer 4: The Aggressor.
Oh my God, the third best of the Kickboxer franchise.
Yes,
great film.
Or as I typed the note here, Aggressor. That's how I type that.
Oh, they're talking about Return of the Living Dead right here. This is probably why Buddy got like.
Yeah.
Back in the day, if you put a zombie in there, he was like, I'm the creator of zombies, like how they couldn't say mutant.
Yeah, I know.
So now you got to give him credit.
For sure. This is James Karen, is the older man. He was in Capricorn 1, The China Syndrome, Poltergeist, Wall Street.
That's where I know him. He's the developer.
Yeah.
He's
He was an apt pupil, Any Given Sunday. He's one of the, what's it called? He's like one of the advisors to, I was going to say Christina Applegate, Jesus Christ. Cameron Diaz.
Ooh, same thing.
Character. Yeah, I know.
Pretty much.
I was in Mulholland Drive. He was actually in Superman Returns, but he was deleted from it, and he was in Pursuit of Happiness.
Oh my God, guy.
God.
Well, we've already found out this guy's very gullible.
Yeah. Oh gosh. He looks like everybody. He's even got a little bit of Bill from Bill and Ted. Little Alex Winters.
Yes, he does too. This guy's every guy I've ever seen.
Just stare at him and think of a name and see if you can find him.
I thought Don Cheadle, and there he was.
The only one that doesn't work out is Steve Buscemi because the eyes don't change. He's got kind of Steve Buscemi eyes.
Steve Buscemi eyes?
Yeah. Oh, have you never seen, I think it's called BuscemiEyes.com, or if you just Google Buscemi eyes, they take celebrities and give them Steve Buscemi's eyes, and it's terrifying.
Oh, I saw the Willem Dafoe one. Holy Christ.
That is the scariest thing you could ever imagine.
Woo! Probably there's a big market here for split dogs.
Yeah. I think that's it right there. Over his shoulder, you see a topless photo.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, that is a topless photo of Vanessa Williams.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
From when she was in Penthouse.
It was her Miss America, or just post Miss America photo or whatever it was, or what cost her Miss America. You get it.
That should have in this day and age, that's how you get Miss America.
Yeah, exactly.
You've done more nude
let
pictorials.
Just randomly walk in on you and be like,
He doesn't do anything. He just walks in creepily and makes that noise.
And stands in the corner like the fucking Blair Witch.
14 years.
There's nothing.
Good build, eh? They're just like, we just quick, they left them down here. The government.
Horror movie, what's it called? Horror movie exposition is one of like the craziest things you like that exists.
Right?
It was 14 years ago today on a full moon,
Yeah.
just like this. That was why
these containers.
That was why we did that. Remember?
Whoa.
Oh, that's a good one. Remember when we did that in the horror movie we made in high school, the zombie movie? I did that. I played that weird like fixer kind of guy, and I was like, "Hey, this could happen," and like it was like that.
Whatever. Just uses the whole guy. This guy's never used paper towels in his life.
I know.
Who the fuck does that?
Look at this
The
big,
whole thing's ruined.
this big cylinder sponge.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
This is
Oh man, this is like being in Willie Nelson's trailer.
yeah.
Look at all this. Oh, here we go. This music's wicked.
Yeah. This is not super dissimilar from what happens in the Community episode where they all become zombies.
I love the music. This music
Yeah.
reminds me of our own.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Of our own team. Look at this.
Yeah,
The
that's-
guys in this movie look great. They always say that the I was gonna say Game of Thrones, but they always say that this is awesome. He's like that is fucking wicked.
Where that broke, that was an accident.
Oh.
The heat from the room caused the glass to break. It just happened to break at the exact moment, and then they just
Well, it worked out really well.
and they just edited it.
I was gonna say that they always give credit to The Walking Dead for having like the best zombies, but this show's got killer zombies too.
I sort of agree. I think every Walking Dead zombie is scarier and more realistic than anyone in this one. These ones are fun though, and way fitting to the type of movie that they're making.
Exactly. I think they look great though.
They look cool. It's just like when you're defining what a zombie
They're not,
is.
right.
one-
They're definitely not
yeah.
realistic though.
Yeah, we're just having some fun.
As a real zombie because they're
Yes.
so realistic.
Yeah, but I know it's you when you're creating a world, right? It's all that stuff. Oh, that
This
guy's
is
fun.
how I wake up every day,
Yeah.
farting my way out of a big plastic bag. I
Hung
remember
from your head in a double hook.
I remember working at this porn store in Toronto.
Oh God, I wish I could have come and visited you
And
every goddamn day.
I know, right? And oh yeah, there's John Russo and Dan O'Bannon. That name reminds me of the guy that produced like the Soundgarden albums back in the day. Brandon O'Brien, his brother. Oh my God, freeze frame.
But except it's O'Bannon, not O'Brien.
Whoa.
and it's-
Anyway, so there was this porn movie
Yeah.
playing because they would always just have porn playing on this one screen. like,
Weird.
right near the desk.
Yeah.
And the one porn was just as that guy looks right there, like hanging in a bag. And he then cuts the bag open while
Yeah.
like he's inside of it.
Yeah.
Right. And then he like a knife comes out and he cuts the bag open
Mhm.
and then blood and everything pours out and the bag is pulled away. And this guy's rocking out on a guitar while there's like hooks in his back. So he's like floating in the air. And I was like, what the fuck? This is a porn movie? And they're like, yeah, apparently it was supposed to be a porn, but it was just some guy rocking out like in his underwear and blood.
It's the movie where they forgot to fuck.
Oh yeah, it was great. I didn't. That's for sure. Watching that shit.
I put my penis in everything.
I remember the mummified penis too.
Yeah.
They like poured so much wax over this guy's penis. I call it like the emerging from the tomb.
Yeah.
And he just like they pour wax all over his genitals, and he gets a stiffy and breaks out of the out of the wax mold.
That's
I
awesome.
was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. am I awake right now, or is this a dream? An interesting little tidbit.
The fuck are we here?
This has a very strange connection to The Simpsons, in that Matt Groening, who apparently is friends with Dan O'Bannon, came up with the tagline for this movie while it was being made. The tagline is "They're hungry and they're not vegetarians," and that was what they.
So stupid.
And that was what
That's
they
not
went
on the box.
It's not on the box. It was on the poster or something like that. And then,
And they're not
it was in some.
vegetarian.
It was in some of the trailers. It says. And then one of the other ones he came up with is first they want to meet you, then they want to eat you. But
That's
they
a better
didn't use
one.
That one.
They didn't use that one.
They didn't use that
Holy
one. Sorry.
fuck.
85.
So wait, well, what year was this movie? 85. So the Simpsons were just coming?
No, the Simpsons didn't come out till 88.
88.
But well, I don't know when it started on Tracy Ullman. I think it was 86. But like he was still a person. He still existed before that. Last I checked.
Look at this. This is like dinner at your house. You're wearing some old colonel uniform. You're wasted.
It's a general.
Your old wife is trying to just be cool with you, but you can't have. You're not having it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then this is your life.
Yeah, here it is. I'm all of them.
You and a bunch of scraps looking around, like looking for somebody to eat.
I love this. This dude with this Glenn Danzig guy here. That guy was in one of the Jasons. He gets killed on the shitter.
Yeah, Miguel Nunez.
Yeah.
I was gonna get to him, but thanks. We'll talk about him now. He was in Friday the 13th Part 5, Jumpin' Jack Flash, Action Jackson, Harlem Nights, Lethal Weapon 3. He was DJ in Street Fighter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's in Leprechaun in Space, Nutty Professor 2, Scooby-Doo, and he is Joanna Man.
Joanna Man. The fuck is that?
Remember, it was like the cross-dressing basketball player or something. Never saw the movie. That's what I'm assuming this is about.
I wonder if that weird tails that he has in his hand is like an homage to, like maybe this movie was in, one of those old comics or something.
Yeah, who knows? I feel like every single one of the guys in that car could have been played by Bill Paxton.
Oh my God, I was totally thinking that with the guy with the chain. What's funny too is the guy with the chain in his face looks and acts the baddest, but he's like literally the most, the nicest one of the whole group here.
He reminds me too a little bit of Andrew Bryniarski, who played Zangief in Street Fighter.
Oh, he looks
well.
just... That's not him, right?
No, it's not him. And that guy's a lot bigger too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Scuzz.
I do love the idea that like you only had two options if you were a teenager in the 80s. You were either like a scud, some kind of like weird scud like this, or you were like the goody.
Some weird scud.
Oh, and then you've got the piano key necktie kind of guy, like the guy with the giant like Steve Harvey sized jacket.
Piano key necktie.
Mm-hmm.
These are some great punks.
Yeah, they're
I like
fantastic
punks. I know some punks. I'm going to a concert tomorrow with some punks.
Nice. I feel like this is a group that would very unlikely have the black guy with them, though.
Oh, totally. They're cool. They're racially really cool. You can tell right here they just dress this way.
Yeah.
This is when old people, would be like, oh, God, he's got a mohawk. I remember being at the mall, and I think at the time I had a mohawk, and I remember this lady grabbing her purse as I was walking by the food court of the Fairview Mall. I don't know if you were there or not, though. No. And I just remember it was like, she was like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
And I was just like, lady, I should have went for it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, at that point, you're like,
it.
You punish her for her ignorance.
Yeah, I should have raped her.
Fuck.
I had to get some nuggets, though, man. I got priorities.
Yeah. Yeah. I had to get some nuggets before she got some nuggets.
Yeah, exactly. Jesus. I got my rape on some chicken nugs.
Got it all deep in them nugs. My question is, how did he get out of there?
I was literally thinking the same exact thing.
You know what would have been really cool? If he had skin and then it all tore off when he was coming out of there.
Well, you saw it kind of melt away when the air got to him.
Yeah.
Oh, these guys are fucked.
But that's what I'm saying. It would have been a cooler way because he had to get through there, but it was all the broken glass and stuff. And there's no blood left behind still for some reason.
Are you caught up with your Walking Dead?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not.
Okay, cool. Great conversation.
Yeah.
I'm not watching Fear the Walking Dead, though.
Right.
That's what we're talking about.
Is that show any good still?
Not from what I've heard.
And not Fear the Walking. I mean the other one, the original.
I enjoyed this season more than I've enjoyed the last couple seasons because it had like a little bit more of a direction. I felt like I think it was starting to get a little stale, and they had like a couple of pretty sizable change-ups.
Right.
The makeup on their faces is like
They're
both good and terrible at the same time.
Yeah, I think it's hard to do like a I'm sick.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Especially, now they're trying to do like the I'm slowly dying.
Yeah.
No, this will get her. This will get her, bud. Yep. This will get her.
You can see that's actually Lysol.
Yeah, it is totally.
And what's interesting is they had to contact Lysol and get permission to use it. And Lysol, when they heard the pitch of like how it was going to be used, they're like, I like the idea that our stuff is so good it can even like
cover over like radioactive toxic death stink.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, it can cover up like the worst possible smell. So they're like, oh, okay, yeah, go ahead.
Go for it.
What the hell? Is that a dog? Oh, I remember this.
It's a half dog.
Yeah, I forgot about this. What was the circumstance
What's
where a half
wrong
dog was
with
brought?
him?
That is pretty cool.
It's for classrooms.
That's right. That would...
I love this scene. These guys are just screaming. There's like 15 minutes. You guys just screaming their heads off.
Like, what do you
making dog noises?
Like, what do you think?
I think these guys do
were, though?
I think they do a good job with it. Based on the movie and what it is, and I think they do great.
It's meant to be silly and all that, so that's fine. But it's just like it's just interesting the decisions that they make in this one. And these guys,
sounds sore, and they mean like mad.
Yes.
Sounds pretty sore.
Yeah, that's like an old Leave It to Beaver.
Yeah. You're not sore, are you, Wally?
Pa's gonna be really sore at us when he finds out we took the car. They wouldn't even do that.
Oh my God. When you like.
In Germany, this movie was called Verdammt, die Zombies kommen, which apparently means, damn it, the zombies are coming.
Damn it, the zombies are coming.
And then the Danish title was, I'm not even going to try it, Lingen or
Where is it?
Oh, there's no way you're getting it if I don't.
Watch. Liggeglad.
I actually, you know what? You just fucking schooled me, and I apologize.
Boom shakalaka. It's called
stand
reading.
Corrected.
I do pretty good with French too.
Nice. But yeah, that one's called that translates to The Dead Don't Care.
See, when they don't.
Yeah, they don't.
Usually.
They don't care about nothing.
Yeah, they're like really got bad attitude. Like, wow, would he been dead for 20 years? Fuck's sakes.
Jesus Christ.
Not tonight, baby. Not tonight. This guy's
yeah. I like this kind of reminds me, they've had this kind of build up like what happens when you're freaking out because you're high in like a sitcom.
Watch the way
they're like, everybody calm down. Yeah.
This shit gets me hot.
This is the weirdest scene.
I know people like this though.
That's problematic, dude. That says more about your life than this movie.
I know, because everybody's like, you always think all the dudes are like so like, oh yeah, this is exactly my exact death scenario that I want to happen.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of old men,
yes,
get around me and start biting and eating me alive. And they pull my dick out of my pants and they bite it right off. And then the zombie comes up and he tongue kisses me, but it's not his tongue, it's my own dick.
Yeah. So the girl who has like the black and
there we go, boobs.
The girl who has the black and blue hair or whatever in this, she was originally asked to play this role because she's actually a stripper.
Which one?
The girl who's in like the blue dress there, she was asked to play that role because she's a stripper and she'd been naked in a bunch of movies.
Right.
But she was just sick of being naked in movies. So she was like, so she said no and they offered her the other role instead. So that's just a flat, they did a thing where like originally you were going to see her bush there and all that. And the producer saw it and was like freaked out. He's like, you can't show that.
But
and
you can show her naked, bald vagina.
But this is where we're at. They're like, oh, okay, well, we'll shave it and then it won't like show up as much. And then you see like labia and stuff like that. And the guy had a panic attack. He's like, you could see everything.
Well, you're the one who told us to shave her bush,
bro.
No,
I don't think they did though. I think he just said you can't show her bush, which probably meant cover it up.
Yeah.
But they're like, let's go further.
They took him exactly to his words.
Yeah. And it's like, if he said no to that, they would have like scraped off her skin and like, look at her muscle tissue of her pubic,
rip her vag right
of her
off.
pubis.
Ooh, well, you said pubis. This got me.
This guy, apparently had a lot. He was hired the day before shooting, because they kept trying to get other people to do the movie, and they kept saying no. They offered it to Robert Webber. After Leslie Nielsen said no, actually Leslie Nielsen asked for too much money to do it. Then Robert Webber was asked, but he hated the script. And then they got a guy named Scott Brady. I don't know Scott Brady, but he actually was really sick at the time, so he couldn't do it. And then he died. He actually died.
Oh my God.
He didn't die of this. He just died a year later. And yeah, so like this guy, he agreed to film like a day before filming, so he wasn't a part of rehearsals or anything like that. He just showed up, and apparently he has a terrible temper to the point where like he was holding a pipe in some scenes, and they had to replace it with a rubber pipe because they were afraid he was just gonna start smashing things like out of like rage.
Holy shit!
He's an old school cowboy. That's what he does.
You talking this guy right here?
Yeah,
because he doesn't seem like he gives a fuck that the zombies are even here.
No. Well, he doesn't care about zombies. He cares about fucking engines and stuff.
Right.
Because that's like Wagon Train and all that, right?
Wagon Train zombies. Has there been a zombie western yet?
Yeah, I think there has.
Damn
actually.
it to fuck. There could be a new one. We'll start a new genre. We'll bring it back.
I'm trying to think of it, though. Because like, it had to have been like a straight to video.
Take it seriously,
this one I did not care for, but I think it's just it's that kind of like yellow of the You know, like when you have surgery and they
Yes.
put that yellow shit all over you, I just kind of chalk it up to that. But otherwise, he looks like the blank wrestler when you build a wrester in a movie or in a
He looks like
game.
the Blue Man Group's arch nemesis, Yellow Man.
I actually thought about that. When we were pitching,
Wow.
that's so good. This is a great little effect too, but it totally
Somebody's just freaking out.
it also totally destroys the like everything about like we know about zombies in every other movie, unfortunately. But
Because he just said right too, he's like, give the brain, you got to destroy his brain.
yeah. And you know what actually kind of just struck me too? I was reading about a thing about how Dan O'Bannon really hates running zombies and how he only wants to, like, how he so much preferred to have the slow lumbering zombies. Yet the first zombie they show in this movie is a running zombie.
Just flying. This is the type of movie that like goes against all the zombie rules, like you said.
Yeah.
So I think I this one strangely I liked.
I had
A lot of the movie, the zombie movies, if they don't do the way I feel zombies would be, I don't really like it. But this one, I don't know. This one's just
the difference is this one is so tongue in cheek.
Yeah,
right?
it's like totally.
so...
Look at this guy fucking running around. He actually, when he runs out there, he looks like the Hare Krishna zombie from Dawn of the Dead in the original. Because they kept showing him he had the glasses on. You know that guy I'm talking about, right?
I know exactly who you're talking about.
He's like, oh my God, that looked great.
That didn't look great.
I thought it looked good enough, man.
It was fine. There was like for 85, it was fine. So this movie was originally supposed to be filmed in 3D, and it was originally supposed to be directed by Tobe Hooper.
No shit.
It ended up not being, but as we all know.
But he was in talks or whatever to...
Yeah, I guess. I guess he was approached. I can never tell when I'm reading this, when I'm like doing the research and it says that this person was supposed to do it, did they ask him like what, like they wanted him to do it, so that's how he was supposed to do it?
Right.
Or he was going to do it, but then something happened.
I bet
Usually
you
they
just
explain.
I'll be at like just the meeting where they're like, who should we? Maybe we'll get Tobe Hooper. He won't do it. Okay, fine. And then now it's like,
Yeah.
we're so close. We almost had him.
Who they had to
Oh my
jump
God,
off.
where's this guy going? The Stairway to Nowhere.
He's doing exactly what I would do. I'm jumping out the window and then
I can't believe they showed that girl full on naked.
Yeah.
Okay, so this movie was just rated R.
Yeah.
If one of those dudes got up there and joined her, the movie would have been X.
It depends on what they do. But like if there was contact between the two of them, it would have been X. If there wasn't, it wouldn't.
Okay,
have
what
been.
if Buddy just jumped up there and flinged his wang around?
If he's touching himself, yeah, that would be like being naked isn't a sexual act per se, whereas touching yourself is. So had she touched her pussy, it would have been.
She was touching her whole body.
Yeah, but she wasn't rubbing the specific
Right.
parts.
She was just kind of,
Yeah.
feeling like the gold dust machismo.
Actually, it's kind of funny that you bring it up too, though, because Dan O'Bannon said he didn't realize that this movie would have any kind of like female contingent of fans. So he felt kind of bad that the only naked person was a female in it.
That's hilarious.
And he said that he would have made one of the other characters get naked too, if it was
like equal. See,
Yes.
this guy was all about equal opportunity, man.
Well, it was the same thing that we had in Jason Goes to Hell, right? He's like, oh, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Get that guy naked.
Look at that. He's like, nobody understands me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's got a snail trail on the side of his leather pants.
Oh,
for sure.
yeah.
What really disturbs me is she looks so much like fucking David Bowie and like the Ziggy Stardust.
Bowie was way hotter.
Yes.
See, this guy's like the only guy.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, get off me.
Yeah.
Anybody else, he's like having an aside with himself about how nobody respects him and he has dreams and
Yeah.
he's surprisingly very sensitive and he doesn't want to be used by this woman. He wants love, Joe.
I know. Well, I'll give him love if he comes by, but right now he's not here. I don't really know what I can do for him.
Oh my God, these are like the airplane headphones that they give you.
We meet Don Calfa again. We know him from our exploits in Weekend at Bernie's, where he was the assassin.
That's right. I just saw this guy. I just watched Weekend at Bernie's.
Nice. And he was in The Postman Always Rings Twice and The Man Who Wasn't There. He actually they made him dye his hair blonde for this movie for some reason. Well, actually a pretty good reason, as we'll get into it a little bit. But like a few of the guys had to change their hair, so they all went to like the hairdresser on the same day and all got their hair done.
Everyone got their hair did like a thing.
Yeah. Well, why wouldn't you? It's a nice little like bonding thing because I guess they had like a month of rehearsals,
Really?
which kind of blows me away from
I
this
know.
type
I'm
of
like,
movie,
what?
right? Yeah,
That bruise looks good on that body.
It does look
It's
pretty
a real
good.
cadaver. It's probably the guy's dad or
Probably.
something.
Oh,
He's
Daddy.
like, Dad, you still got that giant bruise because you never roll over in bed and you just lie there the whole time? He's like, what do you fucking think? I'll take that as a yes, Dad.
My heart hurts. It's because of that bruise.
Roll over.
Like literally,
That's one
just
hell of a bed sore.
that is kind of.
That looks like Jared Leto's arm in Requiem for a Dream.
Oh my god,
I'm talking the whole dead guy.
that is that is still
Not
to
just
me,
the bruise.
I put it up there as the most disturbing thing I've ever seen in a film.
You
is
think?
that arm?
What else? I think was the worst thing I've
Only
ever
because
seen.
it looked too real.
Yeah.
Like it looked like anything else, like even like any type of gore, even a realistic gore.
I could
it's-
not do 127 hours.
No.
Dude, when he started cutting his arm off, I was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
I could, use the arm, but he's digging through and he's got the
Yeah.
vein here and he's like picking at it. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah,
like,
it was,
that one was too far.
yeah, but it's different. I don't find that disturbing just so much as hard to watch. Whereas like the other one, you're just kind of like you stare at it and you're just like, oh my God,
You know what I watched the other day was Terrifier.
oh my God,
It's awesome.
really?
Yeah, dude, totally.
I don't think I've seen that.
Oh my God, you should totally watch it. My
right.
girlfriend made me turn it off when he started sawing this woman in half from her vagina.
Oh my Lord,
It was amazing.
nice.
Right. Oh, she's like, I can't do this anymore. And I was like, no. This guy really is taking this well. This is like not his first zombie, situation, I think.
Yeah. So we have to follow up on a lot of little pieces of clues here, but Don Calfa's character of Ernie is apparently, if you follow it all down, he's apparently supposed to be a Nazi. And you don't hear it in his accent, but basically the fact that he's a blonde guy, he's listening to like German music while he's like disposing of bodies and
Right.
stuff like that.
Songs about the Führer.
What else did
From
they
the
have?
Führer.
Yeah, but it was actually from the German Africa Corps, the song that he's like listening to. Later on, you'll see a German gun that he has. His name is actually taken directly from guy Ernst Kaltenbrunner. He's Ernie Kaltenbrunner in this. What else do we got here?
Oh, fuck.
Dan O'Bannon confirms it in the DVD commentary for the movie. But
I wonder if
but
my
it's just
version
kind
of
of
it has it in there.
the commentary.
Yeah, I wonder if it has it on the
If it's
disc
a
or
DVD,
whatever.
it probably does. Yeah.
I'm going to check that out, actually.
Mhm.
So this guy is on set just raging. He doesn't look like a rager.
Well, I don't know that he was constantly raging. I think he was known for it.
Right. And so he probably just has this like low burn intensity where you're just like, oh, fuck, is he going to hit me right now?
No, he looks like that dad who the teenage son looks like, I could take you, but then you'd find out you can't. And that guy could fucking whoop your ass.
He's a whale
That's
on
what
ya.
he looks like. He's like, you thought you could do this? And then he ends up getting kicked out of the house. He's like, he thought he was going to win his dad's respect, and instead he got like a broken rib and he's homeless.
Good fight, Dad. Good fight.
Good fight. It's over.
You think that even though if you lost, like he'd still let you,
Nope.
Look at those shit headphones, man. Look at the fucking 80s, eh?
It's like when you try and assassinate the president. They don't go, well, it was worth a shot. They
Yes. Worth a shot. Imagine this they said that like Jack Ruby's like, it was worth a shot.
Yep. No, I'm talking like the people who arrested him. They're like, okay, you're free to go. You had it, but we beat you. Now
You've been defeated.
yeah, back out there with your shame.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, hopefully the shame you feel will be punishment enough.
Yeah.
Because we're not doing anything else about it, so
I'm not interested.
I like that huge ghetto blaster buddy had. Like, how many D batteries you think that fucking thing takes? Like 8?
Oh yeah, easily.
Just to run that for the night is like $20.
That was back when D batteries was something they made. Now you have to like find them in like piles.
Yeah, well, old bins.
That's
Oh,
the
fuck.
worst. Can I just put out that was probably like, or at the very least, the simplest effect I've ever seen? I'm just gonna reach behind this garbage bag and
the
my
guy
hand
just,
comes out.
just don't show the end of the bag.
You try and figure out, which is probably why they made it yellow, so
Should
it was
they
easy to
be-
do the rubber and make it look more like real to the guy.
Yeah, I'd be fucking freaked too.
Yeah. I feel like, now correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like a mortician wouldn't be so covered in blood, seeing as blood isn't pumping, You're not like
That's
chopping.
his. He's also a butcher.
Yeah.
He just wears the same.
Yeah. Well, because I'm thinking you're not chopping people up. You're not like when you're embalming people, it's done pretty controlled.
It must be hot as fuck. Look at them. They're sweating balls.
Yeah. Well, but they were also like that stuff got into the air, right? So I'm wondering if that has something to do with it.
It's pretty straightforward. Those
She
80s
looks
girls.
She looks exactly like Rufio from Hook.
Just as sexy.
Yes.
She does look just like Rufio.
Rufio. Oh.
If they started chanting Rufio, she'd whip her pussy out.
Mm-hmm.
But she doesn't know Peter Pan. She just thinks they're going to roofie her.
Yes.
Lillian Crabtree.
Who
Is
the
this a real
hell?
cemetery?
I doubt it.
Is this on the MGM lot?
I have a sneaking suspicion that no cemetery would be okay with people shooting like a weird horror movie on top of it.
Why not, man? If my dead body, you got to sign up. I'd be like, fucking let her dance naked on my grave,
Yeah.
baby.
I
And
think like
reach up and
they've
take
shot
a
movies
grab.
at cemeteries before, like but like they're just walking through it or something like that. Not like girl gets naked and dances on a tomb and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
And the whole thing takes place there.
yes, yeah, and
You watch, man. Some guy that probably needed the money.
yeah.
His funeral home needed a little fix up, you know?
Yeah.
Needed the gravestone
Well,
straightened up.
I'm
and all
pretty sure
that.
they would need the permission of like every single person whose family member is in there too.
You think?
I would think so.
Is that a thing? Damn, you should look that up. It's got to be a fake cemetery. You need
Yeah. I
a
know.
medical supply.
I know. I hate that. I hate that name.
So it's
Like I'm all for funny names and stuff like that, but sometimes they're
You're
just like
not digging
grotesque.
the you need.
No.
So this must be just a lot on MGM or something.
Or it could have been a park or something.
Yeah,
like
the
that
trees
they
look
made up.
real.
Yeah, I would argue it's probably just a park that they made up. But, like he's like Freddy there in the back. He's very chill about how sick he is,
Yeah.
but the old man is just like.
I'd be out of there, man. I'd be like, fuck this place. I'm going to the hospital. Like, yeah, you're going to lose your job. Oh, okay then.
Is that a Sound of Music photo in the back?
That's her, yeah, screaming at a Nazi.
Yeah.
Get out of here, you fucking Nazi.
Deleted scene. Deleted scenes
Yeah.
where she's swearing her dick off.
It's only dinks.
Oh, look at there's like a Hitler thing back there too. See, everything adds up.
He is too. Well,
Yeah. Well, Dan O'Bannon said he was, and he wrote the movie, so I guess that's also cool. Is that a Polaroid of Jesus underneath the picture of the woman?
yes.
I'm trying to like get everything. I'm trying to like take all the.
That's his chart there. That's showing him where the body parts are because he constantly forgets where they go.
Oh, leg.
Here it is, buddy.
That would be. How do you think you'd do in a job like that where you're working around the dead?
I wouldn't do it. I don't think I could. I've seen way too many fucking horror movies, man. Like, ooh.
I don't know.
I'd be like that girl in that movie. I'd be riding their faces all night. I'd get nothing done.
Like my one thing is I find that a little creepy, but on the other side I sure do like peace.
Yeah, me too, actually. That's like I'm going back to fucking pure Crazyville.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like the hours.
Yeah.
Sit around on the old. Well, yeah, Dan Aykroyd looked like he was doing I.
Yeah, and my girl.
Yeah, you know, he looked like he was pretty cool.
Until he had to slice open fucking Macaulay Culkin.
His own daughter.
That
That was in part
would've been good.
3.
Yes. That was in My Stepmother Was an Alien, I think.
Like, what a movie.
Jesus Christ.
Some
You know
big
what?
favor.
I was kind of like, I was looking at some movies today, and I'm like, it's amazing how many movies came out from big stars that I like never heard of. There was a Robin Williams movie called The Survivors. It's him and Walter Matthau. And like the cover was like Walter Matthau looks like Walter Matthau in every movie he's ever been in. And then Robin Williams is standing there and he's got like one of those like weird like winter hats on and he's got like 100 guns on him. Like he's like holding like an armful of guns and he's got some strapped to
Hey, man,
him.
they paid the bills. He's straight to.
No, but I don't
Robin
even know
Williams
that it
did
was
a lot of those types of movies
Yeah.
that where you're like, what the fuck? You're like flipping through something. You're like, Robin Williams, the fuck is this?
That's exactly
Oh, right
it.
here we go.
Yeah. So this is basically a rehash of the exact same thing that happened at the beginning of this movie. That it was like, okay, we're going to play this music and we're going to see the gas escape into something and then we're going to get it all figured out. Like, I don't know why this need to happen twice.
I love this tune.
It is pretty good. What I
I
would have
would
done.
put this on my mega mix with that one tune from Killer Clowns. I don't know what else I'd put on there yet, though. It's got to be heavy synth horror tunes.
Yes. And mine is going to
Greatest
be,
hits.
and mine is all going to be 80s soundtrack raps. So you're going to have you're going to have the TURTLE Power.
Yeah, great song.
You're going to have When You Got the Glow, the Glow, the Flow, the Got the Flow.
Oh, now you're worried. Now you're butt naked.
That's the worst part is we're going to establish
Shit.
you as naked, and then you're just going to be that for the remainder of the movie.
The whole must have been so awkward on set. She doesn't seem like she gives a fuck, though.
No, she seems cool with it. I don't know. There was something about like either it was a fear of not being able to get another job, or 80s girls were just as easy as people say they were.
Too bad it's not the 80s anymore, eh? Women getting morals.
I'm gonna just put it out there. Maybe the 80s is as big a cause of why AIDS is a thing as any other theory.
Oh, see, now it's not so good, yeah, lady?
Now I'm cold and naked and just stuck between two people. So the main guy, I'm pretty sure the main guy's name is Chuck, right?
Who?
The main guy there, chain guy, his name is Chuck. He is
Suicide.
Yeah, he plays John Philbin. He was in Point Break. He was in Tombstone. Among his more recent projects, he was in a movie called Bikini Inception that we have to see.
Oh my lord!
And yes, it came out after Inception, which means yes, it has something to do with that.
Sweet. Oh my god! If only we could just get into even those movies, man. That would be amazing.
Any of them, man.
If
I would
we-
like
if we get-
Zombievers.
If we get, some real cash moving here, come on, Patreon.
Yeah.
We'll. Oh my god, this is I love these shots like this.
Oh, I
There
know.
should have been other things in the soil.
Well, like they do in The Simpsons
Yeah.
all the time, right? Like it's like a weird skeleton or like
Some old treasure, or like,
or
look at this one drip on your shoe.
or the old version of The Simpsons. Like they like remember it was like the Tracy Ullman Simpsons would be buried.
Oh
under
yeah,
there.
as they would go right, exactly.
Yeah.
Right up the chimney.
We're home free.
I would be okay. So if that gas came out of that canister and got them,
Yes.
how much do you need? Because like they're fucked, and you think this guy
Yeah.
came over not long after, so you think it didn't all leave the area, right? This guy should be feeling something too.
I would have also said that potentially because they received a direct blast as opposed to a little bit of
Right.
residue from one guy who didn't receive a direct blast that's now in the sky that then rains down on everybody else. I would probably say not very much.
And it just like it didn't take long to soak into the clouds either.
Nope.
Right. So the rain hit the gas on the way down, grabbed onto it because
Yeah.
it stuck to it,
Yeah.
and then boom, hits the ground.
You're forgetting step 4 of the water cycle. You always do. It's water, evaporation, zombies, rain.
Oh, fuck. I always get that one mixed up.
Yeah. Or condensation, which is rain. But you get the idea. Okay? I don't have to say the fucking biggest version of the word every goddamn time. I should be allowed to dumb it down for you guys, even though you're the best crowd in the whole wide world and you're so smart. Yeah. Join our Patreon.
He did it for me.
campaign.
He does it for me.
Yeah.
It's for me. Oh. So sorry.
Todd forgets. So this is the problem. The last time we recorded, it was daytime. So now Todd thinks it's cool to scream every time.
trip. What a trip that was.
I like.
Holy fuck.
He reminds me of me though, because when I want to puke, I need to be as far away from everybody as possible. I legitimately crossed a building one time. I was like, I gotta puke, and I was like, there's a bathroom like right here, or there's one like 400 kilometers away, and I
That's
went to
funny
the other
too,
one.
because I have been in lots of situations where I've been throwing up and like loaded or otherwise, and I always try and make it outside. I don't know what it is. Never make it. The bathroom's right there. I'm climbing up the stairs. Everything, the world's spinning. Ralph and everywhere.
I don't. You weren't around when I had my worst ever one, though. I'll tell this story.
Was it gray?
I
I remember you throwing up outside the Lincoln Mall cinema.
Yeah,
It was like gray, pure gray.
yeah. That's what happens when popcorn and pop is all.
No,
you
we
have
weren't
is
there yet. We didn't make it there yet.
No, but I probably had that all day before. But the no, I had the super flu when it was the day of my sister's like stag and doe, and we went to go there, and I wasn't feeling well, and I'm like, I think I just need to go lay down. Like, I'm not feeling well, and then all of a sudden I started like getting the stomach, and I was driving
Zombie
myself
vision
home, and I legitimately pulled into. I'm very sorry to say this, people, but the people at Vaccine, the internet service provider in one of the internet service providers in St. Catharines, I pulled into their parking lot and they were closed, and I threw up in their parking lot while I shit myself. And then
that's a great story.
And then the worst, no, it's worse now because
these guys are pretty tough. He can break out of his own casket and climb out.
Well, and that was kind of a lazy way because it was just him clearly like just crawling on the dirt.
Shimmied his ass out there.
But yeah, anyways, my in-laws were staying because they were watching my daughter. So they were here. So I went to my mom's place and I like just did the laundry and went to sleep in like the guest room. And
so you had to get back into did you take your underwear off right there too? Like you're all like, oh, I'm sick. You pulled your pants off, pulled your underwear off, gave it a wipe, threw it down in the parking lot.
I took everything off. I put it all in the laundry and I showered and then I went to bed.
So wait, so you had to drive with shit in your pants home?
Yeah.
Awesome.
It wasn't great.
Awesome.
Every
time I take the bus,
can I tell you something? It wasn't solid though either. So that was
Lord, Tunderin.
Yeah. So we've got that. Is that like a phone cord around her neck?
Wait a minute.
Look at the thing around her neck. Is that just a straight up phone cord?
Yeah. No, it's one of those candy necklaces.
I was gonna say she's ripping off our pick up the phone.
Yeah, the necklace, eh? Oh yeah. The love necklace. It's one of those chewy ones, the eaten ones.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, did you put a plastic bag down?
The eaten ones.
When you
I didn't have a plastic bag.
Like not in the back or nothing?
I was as it would happen, I was not properly prepared to shit myself.
See, you have to be prepared.
Yeah.
Now you know when you have in your car like the gas. Oh, here he is.
Yeah.
Here he is.
Oh, I love that effect. See, again,
you can still say brains.
Yeah.
Oh, look how cool he looks.
And also his mouth isn't moving properly.
Fuck. They're doing everything they can to keep her boobs right in the shot.
I was just going to say
They're
the
like,
same thing.
We're going to get the middle. Just the middle part's going to have a little drip coming from it there.
Yeah, if her arms were down. See, again, you say this guy looks good, and it's an interesting image, but it's not like a good
It's just
makeup
his head,
effect.
really.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not a good makeup. He's got a great mask on.
It's not a great mask because it's so clearly a mask.
Look at, I like the, watch this. This is where he like figures it out. That's Aaron. Aaron could have been the zombie.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron had the best zombie walk ever.
Aaron is our high school friend, and we love him.
Oh my God.
Shout out to Aaron, who doesn't listen to our podcast because nobody fucking supports us.
You said that so heartbreakingly aggressive.
No, it was
Look
just...
at that. Like, he's like, okay, if I grab this thing, okay, and if I remember correctly, I'll just wrap this.
It was a giant step from Day of the Dead where he sort of learns how to use a gun again.
Right. Or it takes over time, right?
Yeah.
This guy just got it down.
This guy is like, he's got physics down still. He's like, that's the one thing I didn't forget.
Oh, look now. He's using the crank and everything. This guy's awesome.
That's why I'm glad Dan O'Bannon, or I'm glad that John Russo didn't have the opportunity to make
oh my God,
the proper sequel. Although I don't know what his sequel would have looked like compared to this.
At least she found some rags to put on there.
Yeah.
She looks like a Buddhist.
I like though that the first thing they give her is a vest. Quick, we got to give you something that doesn't cover up your chest.
Right. Well, now they're gonna focus on the vag.
Yeah. What's
pulling on that chain over there? What's behind here? Oh shit!
Those eyeballs too.
Oh. Their big gun's gone. There goes the big gun.
I'm trying to really remember, like, even eating the brains, that was really only this movie. Like,
yes.
Like it was because it was always just biting. It was just eating flesh. It was never eating brains.
Zombies just wanted to eat you. It wasn't specifically about, she just lost her tail. They're not specifically, they don't want the brain. They want anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Just blood live,
Which is a much better, like, and scarier kind of thing because, like, anything can happen. You get your finger bit and that could be the end of you.
Yep.
Whereas like this one, they have to bite through your skull. Like,
that's what bothers me.
Why?
Like, just that whole, even if you get a scratch, like, you're fucked.
Well, that's what I like what they did in The Walking Dead. Is they're like, why would it matter that such a little thing would get you so infected? Well, the problem is you're already infected. It's your dying is what turns you, not them.
Right.
It's just that you will die if you...
Oh, when you die, right? They figured that out eventually.
Yeah.
When you die, you come back. You don't have to be bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was in like season 27.
No, that was
revelation.
that was season 2.
Was it?
It was really early.
I gave up really early.
And it was... Yeah, it was like in season 2, I think, is when they go and they find that medical facility or whatever, and they're underground.
Yes.
And then there's I think Rick, the guy tells Rick just as he's about to leave, and he says we're all infected. And then he gets
Take it back, motherfucker.
Yeah. And then he kind of gets it, and then like it actually occurs, somebody dies, and they're like, I don't understand, was he bit? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, no. Oh, he's dead.
They're figuring it out now.
World Star. Look at how like old that goddamn machine is. It's a thermometer on like a phone cord attached to like a giant box.
It's one of those. It's a bank pen.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Yeah, well, I guess I have the thing on it. Yeah.
It looks like it's one of those pens that has the multicolored, like you push down the color on whatever
it'd be
side
green
you
or
want.
pink or.
Yeah. No blood pressure.
What do you mean, man?
I
Buddy's just sitting there like, oh fuck, buddy, blonde hair there.
Either they're not freaking out enough, or they're just like legitimately declaring them dead.
They've had a lot of those calls lately.
Yeah. They're like, these guys, you know what I mean? God, I guess they're just dead. 70s room temperature.
Oh my god, they look like they have those shitty blankets they give you when you go sailing.
Yes.
Fucking thing doesn't do anything.
Well, they're first
It's
responder
like it's to console you. It's a consolation.
It's better though than those like, although I'm sure they worked well. Those foil blankets. They're like those.
Apparently
blankets.
those are great.
They're supposed to work.
Always when they pull astronauts out of the water, they get wrapped in one of these things.
But it's probably because it's familiar, because that's what protected them from the rays of the sun.
Yeah, right. They're wrapping you up because they're going to throw you in the microwave like a burrito. No one must know what you saw on the moon. Here, wrap this around you. Now we're going to put you in the decontamination chamber.
Yeah. That's actually something they didn't talk about enough. Like when I was watching First Man and stuff, I didn't realize, like I knew a lot about like the moon missions and stuff. I didn't realize how long they were in quarantine.
Oh, I thought it was about like the first man.
No.
Yes. Like, these are all boys. I'm the first. He looks right into the camera. Man.
It was Burt
Credits
Reynolds.
roll.
It went a long time, and then Burt Reynolds came along, and he's the first man.
I can't believe someone is a butt-ass naked the whole movie.
That must be fucking awful.
She should have been paid the most of anybody, but probably the guy who just died.
Yeah.
Who do you think got paid the most, or do you think it was a full, fuck?
Why does the skeleton
There's
have
the
eyes?
string in his mouth or whatever, right?
I know, but why does the skeleton have eyes? That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't think any of these people were amongst the people who got paid the most. If I were to guess, I would say that Clu Gallagher, the old guy, got paid the most.
I think the guys in the room got paid the most.
Yes.
All the guys in the...
Yeah, they're the principal dudes.
Yeah.
These guys are like the B story, even though they're the ones dealing with the most zombies. Wait, I'm naked. I can't possibly keep up.
I know, like, what is the problem here, lady?
I'm also not a huge fan of how easily this place floods.
It's got bad drainage issues
very
here.
bad drainage.
Look at, she's getting her wish.
Yep.
This is why you don't wish for something like that, because they say that you can make it happen. Like, it's a mental thing.
Well, it's like if you want to end all wars, well, Star Wars could go away.
Would you? Yeah. Okay, here's the question, Joe.
All right, let's hear it.
They ban all wars.
Yeah.
But they also have to, like you just said, ban Star Wars. But we all get a vote. I have a feeling they're going to be like, everybody in the world voted but one. And it'll be you. Because you'll be like, I don't give a fuck. If the whole world gets blown up, don't take my Kylo Ren. And you'll be...
I go up. It's a live vote. It's not a. It's not even.
To know.
It's not even like a secret ballot. I go up and I just go, I abstained.
And I'll go up and I'll say, I have stains.
Ew.
And then I'll pull my undies off. And they'll be clean. And I'll be like, oh.
Yeah, you pull your undies off. It goes, which is the opposite sound of.
Yes, it's going back into its holder.
Yes. So you just asked the guy if he was on PCP, and then the guy goes, "Nobody's on any joints." That's how
you know that they're not doing drugs.
For sure.
Oh yeah, his gun. It's some old German.
Yeah, it's a Walther. It's not a PPK. It's
just the Walther.
It's according to my research, it's a Walther P38. So we got that going for it.
This guy, he's like, I don't believe you. He just cut a body up and threw it into the thing.
Yeah, you should. If anybody should be onto what.
Oh my God, are these the zombies running after them? Or are they salesmen?
No, it's. I hate that they're speaking.
See, that gets me too. They should not be.
Now,
well, once you see Buddy there, open the doors.
But that's like, I don't care. It's my reality is if they're dead, at the very least, they shouldn't be able to talk.
If they made this movie an actual horror and they didn't make it goofy, I think they could have had something here.
Yeah.
It could have been really scary.
Yeah. My big issue with this, it actually reminds me a lot of, not like the story or anything, but it reminds me of Twilight. And they took something that was known and just changed all the rules.
Right.
Like, not that, like, at this point, like, there weren't a billion zombie movies. Like Dawn of the Dead hadn't even come out. Like, that's a great show.
Hey, see that one guy?
Oh, that's dude from Slipknot.
Oh my God, it's Tortilla Man. Jerry, was that you, Jerry?
Yeah, Jerry? I got a beard.
Did you saying brains like you're a crowd of 1,000 people, or they just put mud on these guys?
Well, the one guy's wearing a mask. See, like, that's the stuff that bothers me. I was like, why put a mask on him? Just let him be a recently deceased guy. You do a couple little scars on him or something
right.
like that, right?
Yeah, they don't even need to. Just have a,
Yeah.
Oh, man, this makes me, man. You know what? By the time this baby airs, it'll be... I should have been the Frightmare in the Falls. I'm dying. I'm dying to go spend all the money I don't have there on horror masks.
Are you going to be able to go there?
I don't know. I can't. I don't think. I think that's my week on.
Because I would like to.
Fucking blows.
I would actually like to go there and see if we can like connect with some people. And
oh
stuff like
man,
that,
it looks. I just love I used to have this killer Leatherface mask.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember it. And I just was a turd bag, and I didn't take care of it, and I put it on. I just forgot one day, and I put it on the radiator. Oh fuck!
Arguably the worst place to
put my money back. I know. I wasn't thinking. It was the summer, but it's still. I think it came on just a little bit.
Yeah.
And I forgot it there, and then when I pulled it off, I was like, "Fuck!" It was all melted. It was such a killer mask.
Shit. Which is proof that it wasn't leather.
Yeah.
So.
Or actual face.
You should have got your money back.
Do human skin count as leather?
Yes, it would.
Oh.
Leather is skin, after all.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I guess. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What did
That's
they
how I
do?
wake up every morning. What did they do to you? I'm like,
Come on, dude, like, he had time to put on a jacket. Why didn't he just put it on?
Oh, fuck, buddy.
I must drape it over me because that's what a Nazi would do.
Yeah, exactly. That's how the Fuhrer likes to wear his coats.
See, I feel like he should have played his character up. Like, he should have been like dude from fucking The Producers. 9.
Oh, right.
Well,
he probably was written that way. Then he was probably like, I'll be a Nazi guy, but I'm not going to put the German accent on and like...
See,
don't register by me. Oh.
Like this,
has he got no arms and legs?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See, I like... Uh-oh. What the hell?
Oh, fuck. Oh, he slipped.
Now I'm trying to figure out, was that like...
That was real.
I was going to say, was that an effect, or did they find
I believe that was real.
Runny Stumpy?
Yep.
Is that what they call them? Runny Stumpies?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. That's a biz term.
Yeah. Exactly. I think that's I'm still woke, right?
The first time I woke up today, didn't I?
Nah, I doubt it.
Oh no.
None of us made it.
This whole thing's been a fever dream. You know what? If this is purgatory, fucking bring it on.
Yeah, for sure.
Fucking right on.
What was interesting, again, another kind of way Dan O'Bannon's really cool. A lot of the zombie. No,
I think he's a fucking square man.
No, you're gonna enjoy this because I know how you like things like this. He paid bonuses to some of the zombie extras because he made them. They were eating cow brains in like the scenes where they're eating brains and stuff. But he's like. He's like, I don't want to ask anybody to do something that I wouldn't do. He's like, so it was strictly voluntary, and they gave money to anybody who agreed to do it. They gave extra money to anybody who agreed to do it.
This guy sounds like the coolest guy.
See? And
like back in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I was just about to call you a fucking asshole and quit this whole thing and probably kill you with one of these microphones.
That's unfortunate.
But you know what? That was good stuff.
Thank you. I'm glad
I did actually enjoy that.
Survived another day.
Yeah. Like the skinnier ass.
I'm always at risk too. Like that always happens. See, like it's funny because like legitimately right before we watched this thing about Slipknot. And it was
Slipknots.
Yeah, we were watching the Conan O'Brien sketch, the Slipknots, where they were like they got booked at the same time as Slipknot and all that. But it's like all of the ones who are wearing masks, they're all wearing like Slipknot masks, just minus the accessories.
I want to hear a story from the guys from Slipknot talking about that and what the fans were like when they
must have been way into it. So that's the pipe. That's the thing that was rubber because they were afraid he was going to freak out.
You fucking kill somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Hiding in the church, man.
Yeah.
So this guy's, that looks good.
He's just Frenching him.
So this guy got a bonus.
Yes.
Oh my God, this is like the most infuriating thing of any movie.
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
He looks kind of like why does he have like vampire ears?
Oh my God.
I can't
Paramedics.
I can't get around that. It's fine. Again, we know that this isn't a movie taking itself seriously, so then I don't. But like,
it could have taken itself just a little more seriously.
Just a bit.
The zombies talking bothers me as well.
Yeah, good. It's I don't know. There's something about rules. Like I talked about kind of my vision of rules because some people are very steadfast. Zombies have to like be like the ambling.
Well, no, not when they're freshly dead.
And this is what we discussed. We were like, if they're freshly dead, all their muscles are still in play and like all that, so they can still do what they were able to do. But then as they decompose or if they get injured, because the other thing is you would force yourself. You would never get tired. You would never be aware that you got
running.
hurt. So you would just break your leg while you were running.
Right, you just
not
rip
know it.
everything all, rip your whole body apart.
So like you would slowly but surely, be like torn apart. It was a chemical. Yeah, that's right. I discovered gold.
They should have had a scene like that in one of these shows by now.
What do you mean?
Where like they're running after you, and then like he
Yeah.
hits something in half his arm, rips off, and then he's running after you, and he you know what I mean? And he just keeps fucking coming.
I think it would have been like because it's always been one or the other. Like Dawn of the Dead, the remake, and like 28 Days Later and all that stuff. And yeah, I know 28 Days Later it was the rage virus, not zombie, blah blah blah. But it's it's just the idea that it's like, well, dude, we want running zombies. It's like, well, we want walking zombies. Like, and I'm like, there's definitely the medium there. And I think the one that you and I kind of dropped was that's the medium. It's you can decompose and you get whatever.
Yeah.
And I think that would be awesome because the mix is scarier to me because you don't know what you've got until. What the fuck are you doing?
So many your arm hairs?
Yeah, probably. But
You hear this guy screaming?
Yeah. But
that's me on the toilet every morning.
Yeah, exactly. Razor blade
I
shit.
get cramps. It hurts.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that bed sore.
Yeah, that one's worse. But the I was just gonna say though, but the idea, imagine if like you saw a bunch of zombies and say we're doing a movie and for the first while all you have was walking zombies because you were going through like a cemetery and they were all broken up, blah blah blah. And then all of a sudden you see a group of them and then a couple turn around and they notice you, and you're like, okay, like you've now established, okay, we've got time, and all of a sudden it just starts sprinting at you, and like that changes.
It's a good idea,
everything.
actually.
And then like because then the audience too, like they're always having to try and figure it out, right? And you have one you think might be able to run, and then you realize it's like legs all fucked up, and it goes to run, and it just falls down and starts like as fast as it can, like crawling and
out
shit
after
like that. And I like that because it creates a desperation. It's like, we need to eat you. It's like I'm not just like, oh, I'm on my way to eat you.
It should have already. If another ambulance is coming here, there should have been a shit ton of police with them.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, these guys got nothing to worry about, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, there's no scenario. Yeah, there's no scenario.
Stay locked in there. Eventually, the army's going to come, unless the whole town is being overrun and you're fucked.
Yeah.
You think that's what gets you, right? You say to yourself, hey, they're going to be here.
Yeah.
We'll just hold up here, and then boom, they don't show up.
Unless you're
Burt Reynolds zombies wandering around out there, fucking scaring everybody.
Burt Reynolds zombie.
Ow! Ow! That's a real thing, too. They also got a bonus.
Yeah.
The people he gave a bonus to was probably a medical bonus because they're probably going to get like some mad cow or some disease from eating raw cow brains.
They're all dead. It's funny. All the old guys in this
they are.
movie
They're in the cemetery.
All the old guys are still alive, and then all the people who ate cow brains are all dead.
This is awesome right here.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No, okay. No. Oh, yeah. This is it. Yeah.
And again, I don't like, it's just the science of a skeleton doing it, right? It's just like, oh, nothing's.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
I would have finished him off. Finish everybody off. Double tap, right?
Is that a string? Oh, no, it's her hair. That was a string.
Yeah. Well, stringy hair.
That looks awesome. Oh, that box landed right on her, and now it's off.
Yeah.
Look at that thing moving. That's good. Good animatronics there.
Yeah. It's actually a real half person.
I'd hide in a coffin.
Yeah.
No, I'd be terrified. No fucking way. Because I'd be afraid somebody fucking.
Well, they are also airtight, so that's also
Yeah.
problematic. So you have to either wedge it open or die.
Ooh,
That actually
feels
has a lot of
better. Those baby blues.
Yeah. That actually had a lot of similarities to the one at the very beginning of The Walking Dead. There's like the little the torso.
The guy that was
like,
walking
dragged.
through or not walking through, pulling himself through
Yes.
the field. That guy was
Yeah.
awesome looking.
Yeah.
He's gonna make sweet love to it.
Yeah.
Look at that looks. Fingers moving around.
Realistically.
Oh, look at them zombie boobs.
Of course, boobs. But
Of course.
it's just like the 80s. It was just like, we can't resist. We're all everybody in the 80s was a 14-year-old boy.
I still am a 14-year-old boy from the 80s. Look there, the spine's jiggling.
Yeah. Which is weird because that's not how
They're more like demons or something because they can talk and stuff.
Yeah. Brain.
This is a learning moment here for all of us.
Well, realistically, if you had nothing but time and you had half of a zombie, you might as well grab it, right?
Might as well. What the hell, right?
Hey, you got nothing to do. I got nothing to do. Let's have a chat.
Eating brains stops the pain of being dead.
Yeah.
Probably not for long.
Yeah. And that was actually... Oh. That actually...
It sounds like somebody.
This gives you like a real bummer outlook on like death. It's almost like... You remember... Did you ever see The Invention of Lying?
No, I know it though.
Yeah, Ricky Gervais. It's brilliant. And he actually, in The Invention of Lying, he invents heaven. And like, because he's sitting there, because he's the only person who can lie, and religion and all that for this conversation be damned. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying to the point. In their world, there was no God, and and he explains to his mom, because he can lie. He's like, but when you die, you go to a beautiful place, and blah blah blah, and it made her feel better. And it's like, this is the opposite of that. This is like, when you die, you're still hurting. It's worse.
There was a Tales from the Crypt episode like that too, where he finds out that like you can feel yourself dying and everything. They forgot to ask that thing one question.
What?
The first question would have been, you want to be best friends?
Yeah.
I'm like, so you can talk? You want to go to the movies?
Yeah. Would that not be the best if all of a sudden he's like, we've been waiting for you to ask that? And then he's like, you just hear yells. He's like, they're all cool. Oh, now she's the leader.
She should have been.
Now she's wearing shorts.
Like, she should have continued.
Yeah.
Through the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because right here you think she's going to be like Queen of the Zombies or something, and have like,
That actually is a really good idea.
Yeah, that should have been in the sequel. She should have been.
That would have been
still rocking.
That would have been like, that should have been like the last shot of the movie where you're like, whoa.
Yeah, that's where you would see, you'd be like, whoa, man. Oh, it's moving day for this guy.
All the people in the 80s were
well,
on
it's
the
about
pot,
time
right?
I moved into the cemetery.
Yeah. Now she looks like Zool.
Yes, she does. She looks like something from Vamp.
The
The horror movie?
Yeah.
That vampire one?
I was going to say Life.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, the poor girl.
Poor girl. She signed up for it.
I know, but it's just like, I always feel so bad because there's always that possibility where she's like, if I refuse, I'm never going to work again.
Right.
Or if I don't accept this right now, like God, like I could be labeled as like difficult or like a diva or something like that.
You never know. But Buddy, I like Buddy, man. He should have put a dick in there.
Should have put a dick in
I like
there.
how he said that afterwards. He seems like he's the kind of guy who just cares, right?
Yeah. Well, the thing was, he legit just thought he's like, this is going to be like a dude movie. And he's
right.
Like, dudes, generally speaking, aren't looking for the dongs. I know it's a percentage.
Oh, women like seeing naked women too. They can say all they want to that they don't. They love it.
No, it's not that. It's not even that though. But they're not getting out of it what we do. Again, it's a percentage thing. It's
sure they got something. They got to go to the movies for free. Well, not with me. It's Dutch.
Yeah.
But, back in the 80s, you paid to go to the movie.
Yeah. And remember, if we go back to the Dutch title, it was The Zombies Don't Care.
That's true. Nicely done.
And then Todd treats them to a Dutch oven at the end. It's a whole...
Zombie
It's
oven.
really a whole thing.
You want to do a zombie Dutch oven? That means that they have to be a fresh body so that they shit everything out. That's called the French zombie Dutch oven.
I don't know why. In a split second, I just foresaw this thing where he turns on like the cremation thing, and he farts into it, and a blue flame comes out the chimney, and then somebody goes, "The new pope's been chosen."
The new poop's been chosen.
The new pope, perfect. Well, maybe
The
not
new
perfect so
poop.
much as just enjoyable.
Yeah, exactly right.
Stop.
Just put them out of their misery. They know they're like going to turn into fucking zombies. For fuck's sakes here.
Yeah. I
Already?
like that you don't even get the opportunity to have them have like a relationship. It's just they've been separate for almost the entire movie, going like, we're dating, and then that's like the end of it. It's like that's all we know about their relationship, and then you have to like somehow be in on the emotion.
I think this is the same movie we're thinking about before.
What do you mean?
Because he's gonna go run after her and.
Oh.
Oh, here we go. Here goes the cops.
Yeah, most of my memories actually like were really jumbled between the two movies.
The movies mixed together. Mine
And it
too,
was
actually, because I'm like,
because-
where's the kid?
Well, and also it was like, where's like the thriller dance at the
Yeah.
end and stuff like that. And
This
then,
ain't the end yet, baby.
but I remembered like the zombie, like the walking zombie with like the big eyes and stuff like that.
You have to have your hat on. Is that a thing? Because it's part of the uniform,
Yeah, I think so.
and they got the condom over it.
Yeah, so
They got
then
their
when you
fucking
stick
hat
it inside
dirty.
somebody, you don't get HPV.
No.
I am pretty sure.
Oh,
Don't play footsie
ooh.
with me.
Uh-oh.
We don't play that. We don't play that
Uh-oh.
like that old school no
He-
homo game. We
look
play
at the-
footsie straight up in here.
Look at this kid. I love that he had to go over there and bend over
Yeah,
and see, like,
yeah. There's a lot of the blue face zombies, like more like Night of the Living Dead in that shot.
get swallowed up.
Oh,
Oh my god. Oh my
Is that Matt Frewer?
lord. He's like suntan, fucking
Yeah.
zombie with his face peel.
was that the I would have to rewind, which we don't do. But I was like, was that the general that we saw earlier? It looked like he was wearing a military.
The general save some time.
Yeah. No, not that general. Not the one that Shaquille O'Neal.
I love those
endorses.
commercials. What the fuck, eh? This is strange. Like, what the fuck are you doing in this commercial, Shaq?
I like best though that their spokesmen were either Shaquille O'Neal or a CG general that cost $8 to create.
Well, that's why.
They spent all their Shaq money.
It
on
could
this.
have been. They were like, yeah, photo real. He would have been.
No, we could have got Colin Powell.
Oh, yep. Yep,
That's-
that's me in the toilet, all right.
That's just annoying. I maybe like at certain times I'm not like sympathetic enough to people, but it's just like, okay, fuck off. Like I get it. You're in pain. Now shut the fuck up.
They can't.
I'm
So
like,
death rattle. Oh, fuck, but girl, you better get out of there, girl. You just Undertakered.
Yeah.
Oh,
uh-oh.
fuck.
He will not rest.
He does
Be
kind of
in
have this.
peace.
Now he's like the zombie Archie. Like he's got his Riverdale jacket on here.
We'll have to see if it's on in this thing, but apparently the back of his jacket said "fuck you,"
Oh.
and they were concerned because that meant they would never be able to be on TV. So I'm trying to see the back of his.
I love that slow-mo thing
Yeah.
there.
I'm really just trying to see the back of his coat. But anyways, yeah, it says "fuck you," but then they got concerned that they wouldn't be able to put it on TV because of that. Yes, it did. But what they did is they made another coat, and it said,
Oh, it does say fuck you on
Yeah.
it.
But they made another jacket and they reshot some of the scenes, and the jacket says TV version on it because they didn't know, like, they didn't want to put something.
So if
like-
you watch it on TV, it says TV version
Yes.
on the jacket.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Not that I ever
I was
thought.
gonna pour like fucking grape. Oh, that was moonshine. Right in
Yeah.
the fucking eyes.
With holy water. Bring the girl. Like, why are we? Why wouldn't you stand her up? Let's drag
I
her.
would just pick her up and run. She's freaking out. She's having a freak out.
Let's drag her by the throat and beat her about the head.
Get some sense into her.
Can we like acknowledge how far the black guys made it in
I
this
know
movie?
he's really doing well.
He's like Final Four. That's pretty good. Oh,
Woo!
well, the Nazis not too thrilled about it though.
Yeah, dude, for real.
Yeah, it would be. It's totally fine.
Oh fuck.
Right. I picture a world where the sequel is him having a relationship with her, and he's just constantly feeding her brains from like the other dead bodies that have come in.
Because he did seem to be like he's taking a shine. That zombie should do a duet CD with the singing bush. You see right there going, rains.
Yeah. Oh, the cow kicked Nelly in the belly in the barn.
Oh yeah, that'll fucking do it.
Yeah. I like he's got like tearaway pants or something, because that like one zombie at the beginning somehow tore his pants when it was just an arm. You get it.
No, because remember we saw him, he cut it off.
Oh,
with the scissors there.
Oh yeah, no, but it got torn first and then he
Yeah.
cut it. I'm still saying cause and effect, man.
Are these? Do you think this rule is if they scratch you, then you would get?
Dude, I honestly think that like a butterfly kiss is what does it in this one.
Oh, you're back at this guy.
He's all blind.
Holy God, he looks like he's got two assholes for eyes.
This is actually probably the best acting he's done in the entire movie, to be frank.
Baboon asses.
Okay, so I think your theory that this is the movie that he ends with eating the girl's brains is off because he doesn't have eyes, and I'm pretty sure he had eyes.
He gets his eyes. He gets his eyes back.
Yeah,
he steals them off a fresh zombie, jams them in there.
He plays a different character in the next one.
Oh,
he
plays. Man, let's watch the next one right after this. Fuck this.
Well, originally that's what you pitched.
Oh,
you said a double feature, and I was kind of ready to do that, but maybe we will.
Kind of not.
Hey, you know what? Boom. Change of plans. We're doing a double feature.
Yeah.
We're just not recording it tonight.
That'll be great.
We'll record it later and then make it one long episode.
Glad you have your hand over the microphone, because I don't.
This is a really good mic. I hope they can't pick me up.
They can't know you're whispering.
Good news.
It's whispering quiet.
It can't be turned off.
There you go. Well, in the old ones, you could run like with the Tony Toddster with Candyman up in his Z.
Yeah, that was the one thing we did really well in our zombie movie, though, is that one scene where we had tons. We had like 30 zombies all like in the like the hallway thing. And then I fell and twisted my ankle.
I was not happy with my acting ability in that, but you know,
no. We were rushed too, right? Like it wasn't like we had like 16-hour shoots. We had like we had a class
quick with a bunch of people that had nothing to do with it, essentially.
Yes. Yeah, it was very clear. I wonder how much people resented us for it, because it was very clear so many times we just got control over whatever we wanted to do.
Yeah.
It was just like, okay, we're going to do this. And then everybody's like, okay, you're going along with these guys because we like them the best.
I still remember when we were doing it, and then Jenna was like, "You can't run. It's not my fault. You can't run because you're fat or something." And she just made the line up, and I was just like, "Oh wow, like thanks."
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Like, and she was like, "Oh, sorry, you just kind of said it," and I was like, "No, it's fine, I guess." But you know, obviously, this is 55 years later, and I'm still crying myself to sleep over tonight.
I know. I was explaining, somebody told me at work, he's like, "Oh, this guy told me to fuck off," and he's like, "It doesn't feel very good." And I'm like, "Well," I was like, "I'll tell you something. When I was in grade 7, a girl named Cassie told me to fuck off, and I still think about it constantly."
Yep. It's weird to think about these weird things, eh?
She lives not far from here too. Not that I look her up or anything. She is a Facebook friend though.
Well, that's good.
We've always been kind to each other. I think I had too much of a crush on her, and we've sat like at the same, you know how they used to group together desks in like 4s?
Yes.
And so we sat in one of those groups, and I think maybe that was a bit much. if I'm being frank.
He's getting there. I'll be talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. This guy, hey Art, who is that?
I feel like none of that stuff was set dressing. It was all stuff that was actually like there at wherever they were shooting. And so like he's like literally tearing the place apart, and the guy who actually owns the place is like, "Oh, my stuff." He's literally breaking everything.
He never said you do that. Yeah. Oh, gotta hide it. This should have been up there a long time ago.
What does that remind me of? I'm in the middle of rewatching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. right now, and there's a guy who has no eyes. That reminds me a little bit of that.
Oh, I just finished Daredevil season 3.
Oh yeah, how'd you enjoy it?
I liked it.
Good.
Didn't have enough action, but it was good. Watching Buddy turn, that slow burn where suddenly he's working for Fisk, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, that was
good shit. Oh, look at this. Oh, he knows he's tougher than the other guy. The other guy turned.
Forgive me.
Strong man.
No, what dreams may come told us suicides go to hell, so enjoy.
Well, I think God gives an exception if you're a zombie.
Nope. I very specifically the Bible says no.
God. Even if thou art a zombie and can take the time to kill thyself,
You don't have
no.
no ifs, ands, or buts. It's basically the same argument as the rape babies and abortions. It's just like, no, you can't do it. You have to. God doesn't want it. No exceptions.
No exceptions.
You have to look at that baby who looks like the man who
Raped
assaulted
you for the rest of your life. Yeah.
And you have to treat him awesome and definitely not be hooked
Oh
on
my
pills
God! Look at
as
this
a
guy.
result.
He's faking it.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. Boom! Because they got a plan together, eh? He's like, I'll pretend to be a cop.
Again, that's a bit much.
Oh my God! Are they gonna?
See, you're so right though. It's like they really, really could have cleaned this movie up to have been like a legitimately
It could have been a
good
scary movie.
But like, I do really want to know what John Russo's was. Like, did it have something to sort of do with this? Like, it was like the spread continued, or did he blame this gas on the entire thing? Like, is this what was like the cause, or was that literally no detail of this movie in that script?
We'll never know. We need the Snyder cut.
Yeah, Snyder, get it for us. But not Snyder, like, not our Snyder. Not,
Sorry, I meant the Schneider's cut, where people are replaced with hot dogs.
Yeah, no, I was thinking Snyder from, what was it, The Facts of Life?
Oh
or One Day at a Time? Or
One Day
he
at
was
a
like
Time.
he was the handyman. I don't remember which goddamn 80s show he was in. He had like suspenders and it was awful.
No, they all did.
He looked like, no joke, he looked like if Freddie Mercury and Mork had a baby.
And Mork?
Yes.
Buddy, you're in the best spot in the whole place, buddy. You sit right up there, man. You got a hot little piece there for when times get tough.
I think you're right in that she lets him eat her brains, but I still don't think it's only me line. I still think that's the second movie. I don't remember. We'll find
This guy's doing way better than he should be.
Yeah, exactly.
The Nazi guy.
I feel like he's been surrounded by his own gross.
Maybe break my hand.
Oh, I don't care. Sounds like it.
Oh, she's like, I can't. He loves me.
I love that.
That's so romantic.
I like that there's like a possibility that was going to be okay. Like, it's just like, she's like, oh, he might be winning me over. Maybe I should let him eat my brains.
I know, right? Like, what's the problem?
Either
lady?
that or it's just they're so annoying that she's like, okay, fine. Jesus, whatever to shut you up.
Oh, this guy's still kicking around in the basement.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, fuck. Run, people, run. I'm surprised these people are still alive still.
That was the music I was hearing. I just heard this, and I was like, what the hell's going on in my house?
It's haunted.
Everybody's doing all that nonsense stuff that even the first Night of the Living Dead told you don't do. Don't go into the basement. Don't like hide in an attic. Don't hide in places without exits.
Well, I mean, the attic is all right, but yeah.
Well, if it's got a window.
Nobody's getting that. Well, these guys are pretty smart, so they can form like a human chain.
You
know, they seem like they really got their shit together here. Like being in the grave, they're really a solid unit, you know? They're really on each other's sides here.
They come over, they're like, this is a load-bearing wall, and they knock it down, and they just come flying down through the ceiling.
It should clearly, like, if the zombies took over, these look like they might do a half-decent job.
Yeah.
You know, like, fuck it.
They have, like, a sweet society. It's more like Planet of the Apes.
They're forming a union in there right now for equal rights.
I want equal brains relative to your seniority of being dead.
Sounds pretty reasonable to me.
Oh!
I can't hear you. There's a lot of zombie noise down here. What are you saying?
I like this, like the prance run.
I know, with their arms are right out, or up in the air, like they don't know what to do. Look at the one guy's just got his arms right up in the air.
Yeah. There was one guy just like flopping around, like he was just like, they're just like prance. Why do their heads come off so easy? It's a problem I've always had with The Walking Dead too. I get that the zombies are like, they're like deteriorating and all this, but it's like as each season goes, it seems to be easier and easier to just push through their skulls.
Right.
It's like, I swear I saw like I'm pretty sure I saw one person just crush their skull with their hands one time. Like
They see bodies that have no skin on it still, and their skulls are still fine.
Yeah.
Like centuries later. So
Yeah.
I don't think, unless they're getting, some zombie powers.
Well, you at the very least, like you see somebody like take like a screwdriver and just fairly effortlessly. Like I'm not saying with some force you couldn't get it in there. That can happen.
Right.
But like they're just kind of like smushing it in, just like meh.
like a low breeze explodes their head. Oh, they're in
Denver.
mountain community here.
Yeah, exactly. It's weird because it looks like the mountain. I don't know. I know Denver's up in the mountainy area, but I feel like that was like the Mount Everest next to a city.
Yeah, it was. It's
Yeah.
Utah. They're calling San Diego. They're gonna get him there quick.
Hells yeah.
Oh my God, he's got his name on his boob there, so he doesn't wear his wife's fucking nightgown again.
Probably. This does answer the question, though, of whether or not that was the general that we saw in the earlier shot, seeing as he's here right now.
I believe that is his wife, unless she's having an affair with some other general.
Yeah. I also like the idea that he is now responsible for like taking his own notes. Like one of his aides didn't like wake him and then say, "I've got all the details here for you, sir. Get here right away." Or "We've sent a car for you."
We'll brief you on the way there.
Yeah. You will be briefed. And he seems to be wearing like a fucking 1972 Super Bowl ring.
He is too, actually.
Yeah.
Looks like the ring from Beastmaster.
Yes.
Something's gonna open. It's gonna open his eyeball up and peek around.
Yeah. It's a mood ring. And that
What did
mood
you
right
say?
now
Lots?
is black.
It always is.
Yeah. Yeah. He seems like a grumpy ass dude. And he's like, has to have sex with an old woman with big nostrils.
Those are fear nostrils.
That's true.
She's scared for her husband. Every time he leaves the house, she's like, "Will you be eaten by zombies?" And then come back to the house as a zombie.
Yeah.
And live out your days with me.
He's got a serious case of Robert Duvall face.
He does totally have
It's,
Robert Duvall. He's got the Duvals.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at this. This is his whole zombie monitoring station from his house.
All right, millennial friends, that's a dot matrix printer. It was the slowest, loudest way to possibly get ink on paper.
Like 45 minutes.
Picture if those two guys who were turning into zombies were writing. It's about the same loudness. I was just listening to some of those Star Wars radio plays again, and there's this one where they go to this place called the Valley of the Jedi, where it's like a bunch of like spirits of Jedi are trapped, and there's like a bunch of people working down there, and they're all like screaming, and it's just like, and they're all screaming, and they're all
I love
like,
the
going
face you
nuts.
just made.
I know. Hey, sometimes
It's
you
too
gotta
bad.
get the face to get out the.
Oh, the eggs.
Get
They're
out the
calling
chips.
them the eggs. This is Louisville.
Louisville
Louisville.
or Louisville.
There's Sasha Banks. They're still alive.
Yes.
Black dude's still alive. And the bad attitude white photographer, I don't know what the fuck he's trying to be
Yeah.
there.
The best friend in most other one.
Yeah, he's like the boner.
Yes. What the hell
this
is
guy
he
got
sitting
some
at?
screen time. His station desk.
Yeah, it looks like
He's reading. He's also reading a comic book
It
of
looks
some
like
kind.
it might be a spaceship.
I think it's
Yeah.
like the cockpit of like one of those big diggers. Oh, it's a giant missile shooter.
Yes. Yeah, it's the weirdest.
That guy just sits here waiting, doing nothing. This is the first thing he's ever done in like 15 years.
It's a tank that has a sweet office inside it.
And then just in case, it's like those guys in those doomsday movies where the guy's like, "Okay, we'll both turn the key. This is it. Nuclear holocaust." Like they just sit there.
That looks like
Whoa.
like that looked like CG.
That looked like claymation.
Yes, it probably was.
He's like, "What's that?"
Oh, what do you suppose that is?
Listen to the noise it makes too as it comes in.
That is nobody can prove.
Oh shit!
Tina. They ruined her
Look
neck.
at the Thanos chin on her.
I know, I was just gonna say.
Like a dirty old scrotum.
So apparently that was like a nuke.
Oh,
I've seen nukes before in other movies, and
it's
they
not a
don't
nuke.
look like that.
Oh, boom.
Yeah.
That was a cool shot, actually.
Oh. Ooh. Almost up. Yeah, that tiny little map with several X's on it definitely nails down whether or not it was
it's like
optimal
five states. He's like, "Yeah, you got pretty close,
It looks
according to my map."
Sir, we hit North Carolina. It was nowhere close.
Well, according to my map, they're right next to each other.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. The rain will wash everything away. Again, a bomb like that, Noel should not be back to normal by morning. You apparently wiped out a town.
Oh, same shot, same shoe,
Yeah.
same there's a reshot.
Slow mo
Zombie
shots
vision.
like this too are like awful. If you don't shoot something like with the intention of it being slow motion, meaning you have to shoot in fast speed, then it just looks awful.
Oh, there he is again.
Yeah. I'm
The
back.
guy with the eyeballs, and there's his. Look at that. Then they freeze frame it on the guys. You can see the thing in his mouth, opening his jaw. What a tour de force!
This is a weird. This is like a weird sizzle reel at the end. Like it feels like it should
sizzle reel.
It feels like it
you
should
and
be
your
like
terms.
I know. It feels like it should be like an outtakes thing.
Yeah, they're just showing what we already saw.
That would actually have been pretty funny if it was like an outtakes thing for a horror movie. Nice way to kind of come down at the end.
Could be a nice come down because I'm so terrified. It'd be nice to have a laugh after this one.
Yeah, exactly. Well, how else am I going to sleep tonight? So the movie had a budget of $4 million, believe it or not.
Wow.
It made $14.2 million, so it was actually a pretty sizable hit for its time. Debuted number 4 behind. It was Back to the Future, The Volunteers, and Pee-wee's Big Adventure were the top 3. And then the next week it went down to number 6, and that was the week that Teen Wolf came out. And then it was out of the top.
Pretty formidable opponent.
And then it was out of the top 10 after that, but it still made its money.
Like there's your scene right there. Rips his pant leg.
Yeah, that's where he ripped the. But I'm just saying, it just seemed. I don't know. It just
This
seems
is weird to show this during the.
Yeah. It's like this is the best of the movie.
Oh my god! Now it's going into like.
It's going into a Batman remix.
Like what the fuck?
Vicky Vale. I really don't like when companies use like puns for what they do. It was the wardrobe department was Rags Inc. I'm just like, ugh.
No, that was for all the ladies on board.
You did that thing.
If anybody had their period, they had to be ready.
Oh, okay.
See, that guy's great. He's great.
Yeah.
He's like, if you guys are having you're naked. If you need something, you need a rag.
No, he probably was constantly going up to him. Can I offer you a sanitary napkin? No, you can't. But I'd like to give you a sanitary napkin if that would be all right with you.
Fantasy 2 film effects. Did these visual effects? Does that mean they did all of them?
I don't know.
It's like would they have also done the zombie makeup and the zombie shit?
Again, I have no idea. I'm guessing.
Do you even work in the biz, man? The fuck?
Ish.
I made it's all under the umbrella.
Hey, I really, really wish that I still had it. I should see if I have that.
You've
old
still got
reel.
a baby.
No,
Don't you worry about that.
I should see if I have that old reel still. I had like a video reel of like projects that I did when I was in college. And the thing I'm most proud, it was terrible, but I'm the most proud of it just because people loved it so much, was my movie called Loose Limbs. And it was literally just a movie about a guy who found like a severed leg. And this is where Todd ties into this, because we had that severed leg when Todd and I were house sitting together.
Oh yeah,
and I still had that in college.
That's wicked.
And I used it, and it was so the idea was you see the guy find this leg, and then he's just doing a lot of like foot related things. Like he's like
what?
He has like a football,
wiggling his toes.
No, he has like a football, and he uses it to punt the football.
Right.
And then there's 2 people playing kick the can, and then all of a sudden the leg comes flying in and hits the can, and it goes flying away. And it's just a lot of that, and it's real nonsense. Actually, the guy
not that fake nonsense.
Yeah, and it was starring the lead singer of the band, the Marble Index.
Hey,
by the way.
Shit.
Well, because he and I were like, we went to school together.
That's pretty cool, actually. You got to throw in some name drop, some celebrities, huh?
Exactly. But but it was so bad, but like everybody loved it. And then when we did the nominations for like the awards, the year-end awards, it was like nominated for best film, like as a write-in. It wasn't nominated by the teachers as best film, and then so it got put in as a write-in, and then they wiped it off the list again.
They wiped it off the list.
They weren't
those fucking assholes. That's like Disney.
They weren't having it.
Just wiping things off the slate. You're not showing it because they knew they would win. You would have won, and it is the Return of the Living Dead.
No. Oh, hey. I apologize.
You should be so sorry to that Mohawk zombie. Oh, those are the characters from the film.
Yes, except that one's
butt
wearing
hurts,
clothes,
man.
so it's all bullshit. All right, guys. Well, this is where we end it. We thank you so much again. Tune in for our next movie. We've got our Halloween special, so stay tuned for all of that. We will see you guys later. And next week, as always, miscastcommentary.com. Email us podcast@miscastcommentary.com. Call or text us. Wish us a happy Halloween before we kill ourselves. 1-289-769-3288. Maybe.
You come back as a zombie and I'll come back as a ghost. We'll be a fucking team up.
I was trying to come up with a name, like... I got nothing.
Ghost
I was
zombie.
gonna say you come back as like a demon and it could be zombie Beelzebub, but I got nothing for ghosts. But I'd rather it be a ghost because I feel like we could cover more ground.
Fucking right. I
like-
could hide in your vessel and come out. People will think that's your soul, but really, there's two of us, motherfucker.
It'd be the best if you have like little moments where it's like they wait for it really quiet, he won't hear us in there. Then all of a sudden you poke your head through because you're a ghost, and he's like, he's in here.
That sounds terrifying. I have
So
to go, oh, yeah. And then, like, wink at the camera.
you're just constantly doing the Kool-Aid there.
Yeah. No, so I'm looking at the Slumber Party Massacre thing.
Yeah.
And in we should totally one day do Slumber Party Massacre 2,
Yes.
where he's got like the guitar with the drill on it. Oh my fuck.
It's the only one I remember.
That's all you need to remember.
But yeah, so what other things do we want to use to contact us? Twitter @Miscast Podcast. I'm at JK Finley. Todd's at Miscast Todd. Instagram @Miscast Commentary. I am at JK Finley. Todd's not on Instagram, but he Instagrams through our shared
That's right.
thing. He's doing it all the time.
All the time.
Definitely posting nonstop.
Sometimes I have to get calls to be, Todd, could you just slow it down?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
the system can't handle these all coming in.
This is Johnny Instagram. Our servers are full of your constant posts. Yeah, so I think that's it for now. We will see you guys.
This has been Miscast Commentary with your hosts Joe Finley and Todd Murray. Executive producer Joe Finley. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. Visit www.miscastcommentary.com for all news related to the podcast. Miscast Commentary is a Miscast Media production.